everyone. I'm Kendria. I need you to go like, follow, and subscribe. Soul Productions.
What's up, everyone? And this is Next Level Thinking.
What's up, everyone? It's another episode of Next Level Thinking. Your host, Chris Holmes, as always, bringing you inspirational guests to help you take it to the next level. And today I have a special guest, plural. That means more than one this time. And we have guests by the name of
Chip Baker.
And say it again. Nice. So let's go ahead and hit the road running and tell the audience just a little bit about yourself. So we can pretty much know all the greatness that's going on inside right now.
Well, myself, man, Chip Baker, teacher coach in Conroe, Texas, fourth generation educator. Have a YouTube channel, podcast, radio show, Chip Baker, The Success Chronicles. But really, at the end of the day, I do speaking, leadership training. But at the end of the day, man, I'm just an ordinary guy working real hard to achieve some extraordinary things.
Awesome. And then you have your other partner right here. Go ahead, PK.
Yeah, my name is PK Kersey. I'm from the borough of Brooklyn here in New York. Been in Brooklyn my whole life. I actually worked for the Department of Motor Vehicle for about 24 years. And then I founded a nonprofit called That Suit, where we collect suits and ties and we give them to those in need. But more than that, we provide training, presentations, information about relationships, business, being an entrepreneur. And I'm also the author of two dynamic books, in my opinion, Suited for Success, Volume 1 and 2, where we bring 25 Black and brown men together to share their stories of what it means to be successful. There's Chip. He's in the book. He's in Volume 2. I see he's got his copy right there. Awesome stories. 25 men just sharing their hearts about what they had to do to survive, what they had to do to take care of their families to be a success in life.
Awesome. I want you to go ahead and speak so the camera switches you real quick and flash the book again, Chip.
Yeah, for sure. I can do that. I want to surprise PK with it because I just got it in the mail today. I just got home a little while ago, man, and the box was waiting out there. I guess Amazon thought that this was the prime spot to drop the books off. And
right on time.
And it was.
Nice. Awesome. So I want to know, how did you two meet? Because we want the audience to know the story behind all that and much more of how this great connection built and went from there.
Go ahead, Chip.
Yeah. So, man, PK is a great guy. Visionary, man, doing some amazing things. And, I hope we get an opportunity for him to tell you more about, how he got to where he is now as far as how he worked and why he's doing it. But with that suits you. But, I saw Suited for Success Volume 1, and I thought the anthology thing, I thought it was amazing, an amazing idea. And so I reached out to him to interview him through the Success Chronicles. And, from there, have built and established a great relationship with him. Several of the men that are in the first book, Volume 1, I've interviewed several of them. And one of those guys, Dr. Reed, we toured him. So Dr. Reed is in the Volume 1. And so, we just, built a relationship from there. And like I said, I really respect, his grind. I really respect the things that he's about, the things that he's done. And I just feel blessed, man, to have an opportunity to be a part of it.
Awesome. So with that said, the title was Suited for Success, correct?
Correct.
Cool. So what's the deeper meaning behind that? Because I know that title doesn't just come out of nowhere. There had to be a deep story behind it. I see Chip's smile. So what's the deep story behind that, PK?
Well, my brand was basically the nonprofit That Suits You, where we talk about men's image and providing them with suits, ties, teaching them how to tie ties, teaching them why to dress up, why their image and their brand is so important. But then I wanted to go behind just the outer part. We talk about That Suits You, where we dress the outer man, but we teach the inner man. So the Suited for Success on the inside is really about Do you have what it takes? Are you really suited for success? Do you have that mental toughness? Do you have that no quit demeanor? Do you have that able to build relationships? Are you able to be supportive of another individual? You know, sometimes in life we always just want about me. But there's times in life where you have to take a pause from you and help assist someone else without even thinking about how this will benefit me. So there was a big part, and I think it's suited for success. The tie, the jacket, the pants, the shoes, the socks. All of those components is basically your character. You have the commitment, the dedication, the focus, the fortitude, the intelligence, the persistence to be really suited for success. And if you have all of those, then you really will be suited for success. So that's the deeper meaning behind just the outside, outside. You know what I mean? Look, he's all dressed up sharp. He got the hat on. He's suited for success on the outside, but he's also suited for success on the inside.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. And I like how you like really put that on, because I was taught like you dress of where you're going, and a lot of times what you put on the outside is part of it, but it's even deeper when you put it on, have an energy and charisma much more going on the inside as well, because you got to have a combination of both. So I like how you tied that all in together for the title much more. But I'm going to go even more deeper back to UPK. Like when it comes to this, address like the question you get with challenges and adversity, because I'm pretty sure you can be suited for course set, but you will face challenges. But I think that's what really makes you the greater person. We can overcome that. So go ahead.
Say the last part again. I didn't catch you.
The last part? Yeah, overcoming adversity and challenges, like as you're suited for success.
Yeah, definitely in my life. I believe I've come over so much adversity. Like I said, I worked for the Department of Motor Vehicle for 24 years. And to some people, that would have been like the career path. You know, you just retire from there, you just enjoy retirement. But there was something that was missing inside of me. I didn't feel like I was fulfilling my true purpose. So I had to think, do I want to continue along this path, or do I want to pursue the unknown and jump and authoring books? I mean, I never would have thought I would have been able to do any of these things. Time with constraints and responsibilities. So it was tremendous adversity and decisions that I had to make as far as did I want to pursue this path. And I mean, I'm so glad I did. To say that it's gone without adversity would be a total lie. It's been tremendous adversity, but it's one thing to face adversity when you know that the victory is yours already. It's one thing to face adversity and you don't know what's going to happen. I can go through it because I know that this is my purpose in life. And if this is my purpose, then my destiny has already been decided.
Awesome answers. Now I got to go ahead and throw this at Chip Baker. You're just in GQ, dressing style. But I'll go even deeper with, of course, and letting the audience, tell the audience about your purpose, because, of course, we've done work in the past and much more here to speak. But I want you to tell the audience about your purpose of the continuation of what you're doing right now and in the future.
Well, for me, man, I like to tell people that, my blood type is B positive, right? And I try to stay away from people that have a blood type of O negative. And so, me, I consider myself a, truly positive guy. I realized a long time ago that it ain't about me. And I realized that I'm blessed and fortunate to have been raised by some amazing people, as well as be around some great folks to learn from in my career. And so really, now in my life, I'm really just in the give back phase. And so now, I'm just taking, all of the things that I've learned, been blessed to, experience and see, and just, sharing those with people in hopes to help them live a better life and be more efficient, and really not just striving to leave a legacy, but striving to live a legacy by my day-to-day actions.
Awesome. Now, PK, I want you to follow up on the importance of the environment of surround yourself, because I believe it's very important to surround yourself with like-minded people to push you beyond your limitations. Of course, you set the foundation with dressing for success and the energy within, but I also want you to hit on the parts of the inner circle. So go.
I think that's tremendously important because, you can share your ideas that are amazing with people that don't have necessarily an amazing mind at that time. So you may share something with them and they may say, oh, that may be good, but not for you. Or maybe that time has passed, or maybe it's not right. And even though you have these amazing thoughts and you really want to pursue them, if you don't really speak to the right people at certain times, that can really be a deterrent to your life. I bring up my wife a lot. She was excited about going into fashion when she first started out at 18, 19 years old, going to college, and her family, a lot of her family members talked her out of it, or family and friends talked her out of it because they said, that's really not really a prosperous career that you can take. So she really didn't get back into her purpose till like 20 years later. She wound up now doing fashion design when she could have done this all the time. But because of the people that she was around, she didn't have that influence, those positive thoughts. So it's definitely tremendously important to surround yourself with people who are building something great. If you could be around people that are also building something great while you're building something great, then you can support each other and you have that strength. But if you surround yourself with people that are negative thinking, they see the problem in every solution, and that's going to really be a challenge for you to go forward.
Awesome answer. So I'm gonna let you take your turns on this question I'm about to bring up next. And it sounds like I see the energy and much more, but what have you learned from each other in the process of like those are? So yeah, we getting deep, Chips. So go ahead and take it. Or in your words, go get it.
Go get it, baby. For me, I think, like I said earlier, for, just seeing the things that, how PK has put everything together. Of course, I think, and Dr. Reed says this, there's nothing wasted. There's no thing wasted. So every experience that we have, we learn things from it. So, like with PK from, where he's from, how he's worked, at his job for 24 years and retired, to what he's doing now. There's lots of things that he's learned along the way that just from a person from Texas, seeing how he moves in New York, like it's inspiring to me because, like who does that? Who puts together an anthology of, 20 to 25, black and brown men, to tell their stories, oh, wait, he did it twice, you know what I'm saying? And so, just the fact that, he's putting in the effort to do those things. And, those are just the surface things. I ain't even discussed, some of the family issues that he's continuing to go through as he's doing it. Some of the struggles, that, he may have faced with getting people together and being on the same page and organizing and planning and all of those things. And, Chris, just like I know, we do events and things like that. It's a lot that goes into all of that. And so, for me, it's a major, major respect, and I just love the grind, man. I love how he does what he does. And man, I think he's just a great dude.
Awesome. PK follow up. And also if it's, I'm gonna leave it up to you, bring some of the challenges and the verses you had to overcome when it came to family issues. So go ahead.
I appreciate those words, Chip.
Yeah.
I get from it, man, for an individual from another state who has never met me physically, but willing to partner with me, I'm forever grateful to Chip for that, for his support. Ever since we met, just constantly linking some people together as a resource, connecting individuals. Because I share those same values, and I'm usually the one that's doing other people. So when someone does that for me, I'm internally grateful. I see his hustle. I see passion. Like you said, he's be positive. Never heard a negative word. Never had a complaint. As far as the adversity of the project putting 26 guys together takes a lot of time and a lot of planning. And he's just been consistently positive and supportive and like somebody there that I can count on. So I just want to say from man to man to me right now, I appreciate everything you've done, the work you put in, the patience you put in, and adversity putting together at this time. I have an uncle who I've been taking care of. He's 94 years old. He's been in and out of the hospital. He's bedridden and he had a stroke. So I'm his caretaker, his proxy. So I have to deal with that as far as being there for him to make sure he's okay and everything is going right with him. And at the same time, taking care of, like we all have to do, our family, finances, things like that. So it's just being able to, I thank God that if I was working at DMV, there's no way I would be able to help him and be there for him and assist him and take care of my family at the same time. So I thank God all this is ordained, like you said, nothing is wasted. So it's for a time such as this that everything has been aligned for this situation. I just thank God for the strength to keep going and doing what he's called me to do, to fulfill what he's called me to do, because I know that there are people that we need to touch, Chip. There's people that are waiting for our story, waiting for us to share what we have to share, waiting for us to build what they need. We needed Facebook, we needed LinkedIn, we needed Zoom, we needed all these things to do what we have to do, and people are waiting for us to build our brands and our products so that they can do what they have to do.
Good stuff.
Very good, very good. Now to follow up with that, I think this is just go even more deeper into the roots, is the importance of planting seeds into others. So go ahead and take it away, Chip, of like the importance of planting seed into others, and you can pretty much put a little bit of like your interaction with PK as well, if you would like.
Yeah, sure. I think for me, I'm a simple guy, and I have simple operating systems, if you will, of how I do my life. As far as prioritizing and make sure I keep the main thing. And so for me, it boils down to this. I mean, you get what you give. What you put into something is what you're going to get out of it. Input equals output, and that can be work input to work output. That can be hustle input to hustle output. I mean, you can put any words in front of that, but input equals output, man. And so, it's important to really work hard to, and I'm a true testament of this. Like, there's my part in the book, the quote that I start with is, I learned to give not because I have much, but because I know exactly how it feels to have nothing, And so with my family growing up, single parent, it's some lots of challenges that, we've gone through, and personally, living and learning, none of us are perfect. We all make mistakes, but I think, man, the ability to really just look out for people, even when you don't have, what I'm saying? Like you get it, oh man, 100-fold down the road, and you're not even trying to do that. The deal is, hey, you just look out for people and do the right thing. The big man will always take care of you.
And PK?
Yeah, I think I've learned so much of that from my father and my mother. They would definitely give us to me, my brother, and my sister. They helped us to this day. Like Deontay Wilder said, to this day.
You felt that to this day.
You ask them for something, they never, my father unfortunately passed a couple of years ago, but when you ask them for something, you felt like they didn't want to tell you no, and we feel the same way when, we're asked to do something. So I think that just was something that we were taught to help, and that's kind of what, when I worked with DMV, I knew it was something more that I was supposed to do, and that was what they birthed in me, that wanting to help other people. So the nonprofit, that suits you, that's what we do. We collect suits and ties, and we give them to individuals for prom, graduation, work, interviews. And just that act of giving to them and seeing them in suits, seeing them in ties, seeing them dressed up to do and take care of what they have to take care of. We get so much joy from seeing that, because I know how it feels. When I had that interview with DMV 24 years ago, I didn't have anything to wear, and the pastor had to buy me, he gave me something. So that same feeling was packaged in me for 20-something years. And now I'm able to give that same package. And our team that suits you, my brother, Xavier, and all of us, were able to give that same feeling to other people who go through that same situation. And it's that gift that keeps on giving.
Man, and I think too, Chris, man, one thing, if you don't mind me adding, just a mad respect to PK. I mean, like he won't really say these things because he's a humble cat, but I can say it about him. Just it's a lot of people, big time people that are donating to that suits you. Like PK's been on Steve Harvey, interviewed for what like he's doing some really neat things, man, to help others. And really it just going in, talking with kids, all the time, teaching them how to tie ties. And man, he's doing some really good stuff, man. I can't wait to get out to New York, man, and help however I can give service, man. I can't wait.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Thank God. Yeah, we want Steve Harvey, Gail King, who's been doing a lot of people at ABC, and a lot of news anchors in the New York City area. They donate their suits and ties and things to help the men in the community. So we're forever grateful.
Awesome. All great answers and much more. To follow with that, I want to throw a keep the momentum going is the importance of going beyond your comfort zone, because I believe greatness is when it really comes when you step beyond that. Because a lot of times when you start in the beginning, you do a lot of things that you're familiar with, what your friends or family are familiar with, because they feel like they have the whole blueprint of everything. But when you jump into something new, as innovative, that has never been done before, and that's really what is marked as genius and things like that, is going way beyond your comfort zone. So I want y'all to go ahead and take it away when it comes to that.
Yeah, I think, again, in the book, go ahead and purchase it. But in the book, in my part, it's funny that I hit on comfort zone, getting outside your comfort zone too. In my part, and I'm reading this verbatim from what it says in the book. It will be vital that you stretch yourself and allow yourself to get outside of your comfort zone. This is where the growth occurs. Extraordinary things happen when ordinary people allow themselves to get outside of their comfort zone. And that's directly from my part in the book. And so it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy it's crazy to me that you asked that, because really, all of us will be in uncomfortable situations, and really, to me, I look at that, that's the zone, the learning zone, the ooh, get ready, it's about to be on zone,
Go get it.
the go get it zone, because on the other side of that uncomfort is the growth zone, because you live and learn when you go through those tough things. And so, just like anything, I'll use a workout analogy. Reps make you better. And you can apply that to anything. You can apply it to weightlifting. You can apply that to life lessons. You can apply that to going through tough things. When you go through all of that stuff and you push yourself and stretch yourself and make yourself hurt, hey, you get them muscles big, at the end of that. So then now you want more of that feeling. So now as you go through tough things in your life, I'm at the point that, come bring it on, let's go. I know it's going to give me an opportunity to learn and be better, but it's all about your mindset and your perspective, and again, from the book, y'all go out and get the book. I'm going to drop this again. The title of my part in the book is A Perspective, a Mindset, and an Action Plan. So, it's just, and I'm being funny when I say that, but it is true. It's from parts of the book, but that's just one example from my part. But it's so many other examples in the book of success, giving you the secret sauce on how to achieve. Yeah, it's just good stuff, man. And again, I can't say it enough, man. I'm grateful to be a part of it.
All right, PK, you got the mic?
Yeah, I have posted something on Facebook the other day. It said that the only man that the brain of people that haven't been heat. And a lot of times when we go through those tough times where you're expanding yourself, it is going to be, you're going to find some rough waters, and you're going to find something that is make you feel uncomfortable. It's actually the title chapter of my book is called, my chapter is called, What Would You Do If You Could Fail? Live life as if you could fail. And a lot of times we hear that the other way, saying live life as if you couldn't fail. But you got to know that you're going to fail. and you're gonna fail a lot of times, and there's a lot. You're gonna get mad at, you get angry at, but that's when a lot of that growth happens. I always go back to DMV. Being in DMV for 24 years, I felt so comfortable. I felt so comfortable that it was. Sometimes I would go to work and I would like do nothing for a whole day and would get paid for it because I felt so comfortable, so routine. So I said I have to stretch myself. I have to do something different, but I had to remove myself from that comfort zone where I just knew everything was just so smooth. I could have coasted to retirement, and that's the honest truth. I could have actually coasted to retirement, but I wouldn't have had pleasure. So now each day is almost like I'm leaving my comfort zone. Who would have thought that I would have been a part of 2 major book projects, or that I would have been in Steve Harvey show, that I would have been in Gayle King's house, or I would have been all these things because I decided to move myself out of my comfort zone. And it just, so that just tells me, continue removing yourself. Don't stop. Don't stop removing yourself. Keep removing yourself from the comfort zone, because that's how you're expanding. You continue to grow, and you continue to have an amazing experience.
All solid answers, especially with the growth and staying beyond your comfort zone, because that is the very true. I mean, where you really see how greatness is coming within you is by stepping without that, beyond that comfort zone. Or as Chip was saying, you got to stretch yourself, and you may be going through the pain and much more, but eventually, you will get the rewards from putting all the work in. So, like as we get closer to the end, what is some future things that you two have coming up? And then leave us with a closing comment, or maybe even 2, to have the audience thinking after they get to watching this.
Man, I think for me, from this project, there's something that I like. I think addition is great, but multiplication is better. And what I mean by that is, as one person, like I can add value to the world. As one person, PK can, do his thing and add value to the world. Chris, you do amazing work. As one person, you can add value to the world. But man, when we come together and we do our thing together, like we can connect my people to your people, PK. PK connect your people to Chris's people. So to me, that's multiplication. So now look at the web of greatness we've created just from us 3. So we multiplied the value that we have, and now we make things better. And so to me, I just think addition is great, but multiplication is better. And, check out the Success Chronicles, check out the book, go get it.
All right, and PK?
It's often told that it's lonely at the top, but I always say it's not lonely at the top if you take people with you. And that's one of the great things that I like to do is where I go, I try to take as many people as I can and expose them to some of the things that I've been exposed to. And likewise, if I see somebody else is making a move, I want to go with them because I want to be exposed to what they're exposed to. So connections, relationships is extremely key with me, very important. I like to build strong relationships with people, and the book is as a result of that. Suited for Success, Volume 1, Volume 2, 25, 50 Black and brown men sharing their stories of what they had to do to succeed, the stories of triumph, the stories of struggle, but ultimately the stories of success. We just encourage everyone to pick up that copy. You can follow us at That Suits You and check out the work that we're doing. And just thank you for the opportunity for being on your platform.
No problem. Always trying to bring inspirational guests. And Chip, tell the people where they can connect and find you as well. I know PK just dropped his info, so go ahead for you.
Yeah, any platform. I'm Chip Baker, TSC, on all social medias, LinkedIn, anywhere, TikTok, man. You can, so it's no excuse to not be able to find this positive and get this positive inspiration and motivation. So whatever platform is your liking, your choice, it's out there. And one thing I like to say too is, the typical thing people say, like, follow, subscribe, leave a review, comment, all of that. I mean, but bigger than that for me is if you see something that you like and you know that it'll help somebody, please share it with them, because for me, that's what it's all about.
Awesome. So we're going to go ahead and close this out with all this great energy and much more. It's your host, Chris Holmes, as always, bring you inspirational guests. And I have my two guests by the name of
Chip Baker
and
PK Kersey.
Awesome. So as we close things up, make sure that you like, subscribe, and keep the energy going. We do want to reach and expand to the globe, because every person, I believe, has a story or a page in the book in the life that needs to be told. So let's go ahead and keep that inspiration going. It's going to be Apple Podcast, Spotify, and much more. And in the words of Chip Baker, get it. And in my words, let's take it to the next level. Peace.
Go get it.
All the way.